all my life I've been in football, so my schedule has been so hectic, not really having time to spend with my family and friends. The past few months has been really relaxing for me. Definitely helped me with my discovery of my heart condition, and I think I'm mentally stable now. I'm more than happy to be close to my family. The last game I played against Tanjung Pagar, I think just before the halftime, I went down. I felt a bit of pain in my chest, my head went lightheaded, and then I just went down. And yeah, they eventually found out that I have a heart condition, and that is going to take me away from the professional game. Of course, it's been a tough period for me. It's a tough news to swallow. I think even for me and my whole family, it has come to an immediate stop. Of course, every player retires sooner or later, but it has come pretty soon, and it's come as a shock to everybody as well, even for myself. I've been told by the doctors and the cardiologists that I'm not able to play again, so it's a bit difficult for me to digest that, because every day I wake up feeling like I can play again. I can just push and see where this goes. Definitely thinking of my family. I have to put my wants aside to play football, so I have to prioritize them. I wouldn't want to risk my life just to play football, so I have to be mature in this. The hardest part is the mental aspect of all this, trying to understand what and why this is happening to me. But I think I've come into a peace of mind with this. I've sat down, I've realized that this is life, It's unpredictable, but it's always a new journey for me. For my wife, I think definitely it's a big worry for her, especially because of my health, At the start when this happened, I got hospitalized. Immediately she was saying, if you can't play football, don't play. It doesn't really matter, if you're a footballer or whatever, you're a husband and you're a father. I think in the end, for my wife and my family, all they want is for me to be healthy, and I'm really happy. I thank God for still being here today. It's been one hell of a journey for me, and I'm really happy with whatever that I've achieved or whatever I've gained from this whole professional football experience, and I think I wouldn't trade it for anything else. It's a big part of my life. Football has always been a big part of my life. That's why I think I will never be going away from football. Yes, I might not be playing, but I'm sure that I'm gonna still remain in football. I'm happy with whatever that I have done, I have achieved, because I feel like I've made my family proud. It's been a difficult journey as well. Football is not easy. It's not an easy job. It's not a job where you can apply. When I was young, my idol was Shari Ishak. We became teammates in a lot of teams, Home United before this, Line City Sailors, and of course, even in the national team. Funny how the world works. You look at someone like an idol, and then the next day you're just sitting beside him in the changing room, you're playing alongside him. And I'd say I'm very grateful for that opportunity, to learn from the best in the industry. I'd say players like Maxime and stuff. They've always been there for me as well. We are teammates, but we are more than that. We are brothers, and they've always been there for me throughout these hard times as well. Like Haris, they're always checking up on me, and I'm grateful to have gotten true friends through football as well. And this is why I think that football has given me so much more than just trophies or medals or caps with the national team. I grew up playing football with the NFA, and in my current batch who's playing professional, there's not many players. I have Amirul Ali, who's playing with Tampines right now, but he's really my close friend since we were younger. We used to play together in the same team. We used to go home together. Even our parents are always with each other. It has created a beautiful bond, I'd say. It's not just football, it's beyond that. When we meet, we don't even talk about football, we talk about other things. And in the club, I'm really close to Hami, as everyone in the club knows. I think people outside knows too. Like, he's been a brother to me. He's a few years younger than me, but we've always been in the same team, the under-21s, the under-23, so it's been a long journey with him as well, and we've gotten really close. We are always in the room together whenever we go for away days and stuff. And I think the senior players as well, like Haris, he's been an idol for me as well, because he's so disciplined and I've seen him through when I was in my younger days, since my first call up with the national team when I was 17. He's always been like a captain for the whole Singapore. He has that aura that everybody in the football industry knows. My dad is definitely the biggest idol of all, because he's the person who's ever so humble. He doesn't even tell me that he was a player. So I think that is definitely a good trait for me to follow and to idolize. Throughout my career, I've met a few of his own teammates, working with other clubs as well, like Uncle Roy, who was a kid man with the Albirex team. He was a teammate of my dad. So he was seeing me every single day. He was always telling me about my father, like how good of a player he was, how good of a person he was. I think everyone who knows me as a footballer knows that I'm really into all those trickery and all those things that makes the game beautiful. That's how I fell in love with the game, watching Ronaldo, Ronaldinho. I love how all these like Brazilian players play. I like how entertaining they make the game look like. There are different opinions about it, but I always hold strong to what I feel about all the skills, because I feel like it's a very necessary thing in football, because it creates the hype, it creates a lot of excitement for everyone watching it, playing it, and I always will want to do that, but now I don't have the opportunity to do that on the pitch. But yeah, I think I always tell the younger players, if I have the chance to, just express yourself, because only you can control that. In the end, you have to be yourself. You have to be your own player. So just do what you think is right. Fans and people around me are really putting their hopes on me to bring Singapore football to a high level, and I tried my best. Definitely, I did not hinder from all the challenges. I went to France to play there, and then I came back. Everyone has their own opinions, whether I made it or not, but I think definitely to myself, I tell myself I've given my all, so that's my best. So I have no regrets, whatever decisions that I make, and I'm really happy to be where I am today. Of course, the medical condition is something that no one saw coming, but I think it's been a nice journey as a professional player in Singapore. I think injuries are really part of football. It happens to the best of players, and I'm not someone that can be excluded from that. And yeah, it happened to me, but I don't think that an injury is something that will take football away from you. Yes, it may change your game a little bit because of your past trauma or whatever that you had according to the injury. But for me, during the rehab period of my ACL, it was it was just me telling myself I want to get back on the pitch doing skills. So I think that really motivates and drives me to actually keep on going. And when I came back onto the pitch, I just really wanted to enjoy my football. I did not want to think of, I have to run, I have to play the ball fast or whatever. I just wanted to get the ball and dribble. Definitely, I think football brings you to different clubs and places all around the world as well. And I did not expect my career to be like this. I did not expect my bulk of my career to be playing for one club, but it's turned out to be a huge blessing for me. I feel like I belong to the club, and I think the club feels likewise to me as well. I think as a player, all your life, you are always spending time with your teammates, probably more than with your own family. You are always at training sessions, especially when you go on away games. You are always with them, you are showering with them, you are sleeping with them. Sometimes my wife says that I sleep more with my teammates than with her. Definitely I miss going into the changing room with everybody, just talking about anything and whatever just under the sun. And it's fun, just before we get to training sessions, before we get so serious about things, we just let loose, we enjoy our company with each other, Like I said, all these teammates are not just teammates to me, they are brothers to me, and I really appreciate every one of them, because without them I wouldn't be who I am today. Everything has been wonderful, like whatever opportunities I got to play with, for example, Diego. He was a great player that I really looked up to as well. Like, he was really technical, and for me, because I'm not physically strong as well, So he was a player that was actually an idol in my team as well. And I saw how hard he worked and his work rate, and it really changed my perspective of football, because before this I thought I had to be strong, so I'm not so strong and whatever. So sometimes you just need to play football with your brain. In the end, it's football. Everyone has different strengths and weaknesses. I think for me, telling about my football career to my son, I think I'll just follow my dad's footsteps. If my son finds out that I'm a footballer, and then he finds out. If not, I think I have nothing much to share to him. I just want him to be a good person, and if he wants to play football, I'll let him try, and hopefully if he does it well, then maybe he can make it to the professional scene as well. The world is now my oyster. I can actually go into whatever industry that I want, and I'm always there to learn and to try something new. So I think this is definitely an opportunity for me. I haven't been given the choice to leave football, but it's made my life easier, because it's a straight path where I have to retire. So I have to find something else that gives me the satisfaction like football did. So I'm sure I'm going to be finding something that actually is going to be, fruitful for me. I want to be a coach of some sort, and it's the best way for me to pass down whatever knowledge I have to younger kids who are aspiring to be footballers, or just kids wanting to play football. It's something that I can always give back to the whole community. I'm always open to do something new for me, because I feel like if I don't try, I'll never hit the jackpot. For myself, I just want to be known as a person who gives his best in whatever he's doing. There are some days that are not really good for me as well. I understand that it's a game of football. It's always ups and downs, but I think in the end everyone wants to get back up on their feet and push further. And I hope people look at me as that person that who never stops working hard, and a person who's resilient on and off the pitch. It's a beautiful ending, I'd say. I managed to get a goal in the same game that I actually retired, and we won the game as well. In the end, this situation is something that not anybody wouldn't want. So I'm just happy that I was able to contribute as much as I can. I definitely wish the team all the best, and I know we're gonna get the title this year. And I always pray hard that we're gonna win this. All of us, we are capable of doing it. It's all within our reach. So everyone, I think, has been doing their utmost best as well, regardless of players who are injured, who are coming back on rehab. Everyone is playing their part, and I think it's it's not impossible for us to take everything that's up for grabs for us, because we know how good we are, the players we have, the staff we have, the support that we have from everybody, from the bosses to the fans. I think we owe it to everyone to take whatever trophies that we can get.